Hi, friends. How's everyone doing today? This is kind of last minute, though I think scheduled this 2 days ago, something like that. I have a random burst of energy, so here we are today. I am on my lunch break, so it's not going to go too long, but I thought to just hang out and see who else is around on their lunch breaks. Well, maybe not their lunch breaks, because I'm on the West Coast, so I'm on Pacific time. It's hard to get everyone together because I am on the West Coast. A lot of my viewers are either on the East Coast, not, yeah, they're on the East Coast or in Europe. So I shout out all of you for joining me, even though we're on different time zones and it might be a little different. Oh my God, it's Constance. Hi, how are you doing, Constance? Thank you for joining me. Now I have my coffee here. I think this is the Starbucks House Blend. Just FYI, you can get that for like $9 on Amazon when you're on a budget, like hi, me and my husband, like all of 2025, but you love coffee, it's in your routine, that's where you get it. And it's a pretty big bag. I think it lasts quite some time between the two of us. So, there's a hot deal for you. It's not even Prime Day. I just found it out. But don't overdo it because I need the $9 bag of ground coffee, or else I don't know what we would do with our lives. Yeah. Everyone take a sip. Ooh, that's hot because I just made it. Well, like I said, I'm on my lunch break. So we're just going to chit chat for just a little bit. How's everyone doing? Let me know in the comments and I'll highlight it. I am doing okay. Still having some moments. I'm almost 2 months into my new job. Isn't that exciting? And we're down to just twice a week in the office because I'm still being trained, but it's supposed to be minimum 1 day a week, like unless you're sick. Yeah, okay. Um, so we're down to two. Isn't that exciting? I'm doing a good job, even though I have to info dump all that I used to know and relearn everything else. So that's good. I'm feeling better. The first month was a little chaotic, but that's every job, right? I need to not feel like I was slow. I was putting in a lot of effort into the new job, of course. And so everything else was put on the back burner because if everyone knows, if um, I had a medical scare where I thought that I might have had breast cancer. And then I was also being laid off. And then my husband, well, before that, my husband was laid off. And I'm just like exhausted, done with life, stressed beyond belief. So I was really focusing on doing the absolute best I can. And I still am with the full time job. But yeah, I was struggling. I was a struggle bus everywhere else. But I think I did a pretty good job, all things considered. So, your digestion, yes, I had, I had plain chicken. I think it had like a little salt and pepper and kidney beans, and that was my lunch. So that's how we're doing. That's the grocery vibe. He's doing good. He has a couple of job prospects. Finally, it's been many months, and this is not a one person household budget thing going on. So that's also another thing that's been happening most of 2025. Oh boy, 2025 is a fucking dumpster fire, you're all, and I think a lot of people will agree. So, but you just keep swimming, keep swimming. Yes. Well, other than that, I think BookTube has been uh, pretty good. I think the drama has died down. Uh, Maybe because people have realized, oh wow, like what people read on their own dime and time isn't my business. Everything else going in the world is a problem, which would be correct. You know? Like the drama that was happening over the summer. Come on. Come on. Get a life. My tea. That's not tea. My coffee. Tea. Uh-huh. Get a life. That's what I was saying. Especially when I was well, when people were trying to pull me in to talk about it, and I was like, I have COVID. And they're like, no, you don't. I'm like, oh my God, we're here today. We're here today. You got to go outside and touch some grass. But luckily, the booktube stuff has died down. I'm not going to say that it's going to be like that forever because this is the internet. Okay. And there's always going to be problems. Yeah, like mind your business and focus on other things. Yep. Like, okay, who cares if someone's reading dark romance like 90% of the time? I don't think it's a problem. There's other problems. But I guess I digress. Now, so some upcoming videos. I'm gonna pull up my phone because I can't think of it up on the top of my brain. It is fried. I'm not gonna lie. I think some people have already noticed, but that's okay. We're just moving along. Give everyone grace. Let's see. Well, let's go with already published videos. A spooky decoration bookshelf tour, if you're into that. That was um, on Monday. And then yesterday, weird uh, schedule shift, but I did what I did. Uh, I have a video discussing the Banned Books Week event. That was yesterday. And no, wait, what day is it? Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Okay. No, no. Here's what we got. I just recalibrated. Okay. Yeah, that's happening. Okay. And then today that came out 7 hours ago. That's why I'm off. The Seven Principles for Making Marriage Work um, by Dr. John Gottman. Yeah, that was published today. So that is a nonfiction book review. Ooh, book review. Is that a hot topic again? Please don't. Please don't. And oh, wait. We have two more coming up. We have Speak by Lori House Anderson book review on the 10th. Yeah, so that's Friday, right? Okay, and then coming back, we're gonna do a tag video that I've been um, needing to do. Not needing, wanting to do, but I just kept forgetting. Not any offense to anyone. It's just been a lot. Okay. Uh, on the 13th, I will be uploading the If I Owned a Bookstore tag. Ooh. And then I just recently filmed a video on what's that called? Oh no, I blanked out. Here we go. It is on, oh yeah, okay. A beginner's guide to classic literature. And if y'all been around, I'm not a huge fan of classic literature. Like, even with an English degree, yeah, I'm not a classics gal. However, there are, of course, classics that I recommend, especially for beginners, but also for people that aren't huge into classics. And I have, I think it was 5 or 6 book recommendations, and it's less than 15 minutes. And I'm just like, I like the getting to the point, just straight up and honest. Also, I don't want to spoil the book. Like, if you haven't read the book and you're looking for a beginner's guide, my thought is a brief tour, very brief, of each book. Show the cover, I like it because, give a couple reasons, and then we're good to go. But yeah, I've seen other like beginner's guides for classic books, and they're so long, and then they spoil a lot. So yeah, like obviously you do you, but I don't want to spoil that stuff because I think that's kind of the point of the video, like enticing people to try out a book. Oh yes, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I enjoyed that one. That was nice. And then another book review coming up. I just have to film it and edit it. After the People Lights Have Gone Off by Stephen Graham Jones, I did have like slight pushback, and it wasn't public or anything. Wait, was it? No, I don't think it was. I got slight pushback uh, by DNFing I Was a Teenage Slasher by Stephen Graham Jones. But however, as I said in my wrap up, and my members wrap up, and the public wrap up, it is not Stephen Graham Jones. It's me. I read so much meta horror, and I Was a Teenage Slasher is meta horror. And I've also watched quite a few meta horror shows and movies. So, like, you can only do so much meta stuff in general, not even just horror, just meta in general. Okay. And I didn't rate it. So it's not, I don't, yeah, I would probably come back to it maybe in a year or two where I haven't read so much of something that's very specific. Um, but then I read After the People Lights Have Gone Off. I'm sorry. It's a short story anthology by Stephen Graham Jones. They gave it 4 stars. And so I do want to do a non spoilerly book review on that, just so everyone understands that I don't hate Stephen Graham Jones. Like, I don't, one, I can't think of any writer that I have read, and then like there's one book that I DNF and didn't rate, and then therefore I won't ever read them again. Like that doesn't make sense to me. um, and Stephen has such a huge backlog that at a certain point, if you have how many novels, I like he has graphic novels, or is it comics? I forget if Earth Divers are considered graphic novels or comics, but okay, so he has comics slash graphic novels, so many short stories, like I don't know, 30, 40 short stories that I know of. Half of them I haven't read. Let's see, like novellas, I don't know, like 10 novels, 10 to 12. Like he has a huge backlog. It just it's going to happen where there's one or two or maybe even three that just doesn't vibe, but then you like everything else and it's totally good. Yeah. I know people, of course, are huge fans of Stephen Graham Trips. I'm a fan, so I just want to get that out there. I do. That I do indeed still love Stephen Graham Jones. He is a great uh short story writer, novella writer, novel writer. It's all good. Where are horror short stories published these days? People usually do anthologies of like they gather their short stories and then just put it in one book. I'm sure there are horror magazines, but I don't know. I don't usually pick up short stories other than if someone publishes it. So, and also after the People Lights Have Gone Off, that was a um, library book, so I don't even own it right now. But and that was published 2014 or something. I know short stories aren't very popular anymore, so that's unfortunate. Just like poetry is not popular anymore, it's just like okay. I mean, it's sad, but trends go up and down, popularity of things go up and down. It's not going to always be like that. But yeah, I'm sure there are um magazines or like maybe online subscriptions. Oh, well, a lot of people do Substack. I don't do Substack. I mean, I have a YouTube channel, so I don't want to type out everything. I just talk. Sometimes I type stuff out in the community post. I mean, not really, but okay, you know what I'm saying. There's Substack. Yeah, that's a good one. I guess also their website, but they don't really get paid for that. Yeah, I mean, short stories are just weird right now. So is poetry, unless you do Instagram poetry, which I do not. Yeah, this is a good point, Constance. I love shorts. You'd think our current lack of attention span would be perfect for them. Yes, but I think people, it's like reading is a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort. Um, and so people just want to watch stuff and scroll. But then even shorts, the attention span for shorts is diminishing with every short that comes out. And that was for a very long time where I didn't do shorts. And like so many of the shorts for BookTube are skits, and I'm like, I'm not an actress. I don't I don't like doing that. It's uncomfy. But then I was like, I can do whatever I want. Does that mean that my shorts are popular? No. No, I think like a couple of them have 200 views and that would be it. Most of them have views under 50. Now they do better over time, just like my regular videos. They do better over time where they sit a little bit. I don't know why. I am not an instant success, but I am a progression. So I will take that. Instant success freaks me out actually, because I've seen a lot of writers and booktubers or just in general content creators that are instant successes, and most, not all, but most crash and burn and then you don't see them again, or they're really, really struggling to stay relevant or constant or, whatever. And it's just like, ooh, yeah, the organic build is so much better than, you put out a video and it hits 5 million views and then you're always, not always, and most people try to get that again, and it's the internet's freaking weird. Yeah, I'm not on Substack because I don't know. It's basically a blog. It's basically a blog. Do you put videos on Substack? I don't even know, but well, it's a subscription blog for a wide range of topics. Reading is hard. Yes, it is. I mean, if someone can't watch a 30-second video without wanting it to be over, and they're just like, get it to the point. Oh my God, it's 30 seconds. Get it to the point. I don't care. You're like, oh gosh, yeah. No, the reading is hard, very hard, in fact, for that person, which is a lot of people, and that's unfortunate. But here we are. I like my shorts. I love showcasing my favorite books, and I don't I don't really do skits, but like you can see my face sometimes, and doing some cute marketing stuff, which I don't know if it's very successful, but I like to try new things. And making shorts, at least for me, it takes less than 10 minutes. It's not like it's like an absolute huge effort. So if I do a short marketing video and it gets only 50 views, but then I make a couple of sales. I don't I see no problem with that. I think it's good. But a lot of people want that, thousands of views for a short, and if they don't get that, then they feel like they failed, which is basically also the just regular booktube videos. Um if they don't get hundreds or, thousands of views, then they feel like they fail. Like I don't know, the algorithm's just so damn weird. And what am I? I haven't figured out, and I've been on a booktube for 8 years. Yes, I say that sounds good. Less than 10 minutes. It's not like it costs me time. Everything costs time, right? That's just life, right? It doesn't cost me money during that time of less than 10 minutes to do a short for one of my books. And then if I happen to get a buy or two, well, then that's actually pretty good a return on investment. But let's see. I'm gonna put down the coffee because I might be sipping a little too much. This is not ASMR. What am I currently reading? I am currently reading An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson, and that's dark academia. We are loving to see it. And I chose this one next up because I finished Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody. Come on, Goodreads. Cody Crowley. Yeah. Um, when was that? 2 days ago, I think. And didn't know what to rate it, so I didn't rate it, but I finished it, and it's just like the blurb and the hook. It's not what the story is about, and that's not on the writer. She is traditionally published, um, and so she does not have a say on how the blurb or the hook or really even how the marketing goes, unless you want to kind of screw yourself over and like do something else, and the publishers and your agent and maybe even your editors get annoyed with you. um, I hate when publishers do that, when the blurb does not match the story, and this one didn't match at all. So going in with way different expectations, it was not great. I was not happy about that with the publishers, not the writer, because yeah, there are differences with traditionally published writers and what they have a say in, which is not that much, though it depends on the publishing house. But yeah, so that was unfortunate. And so I started An Academy for Liars because it's a library book, and someone else is waiting for it. And I think I have 15 days left to finish it, which I don't like having a time period where you have to turn it in or else you get a fee. Like uh, it just upsets me and my anxiety, especially nowadays because I'm so stressed, and so my anxiety is acting up a little bit more. Um, but I'll get to yeah, I'll finish it. It's good so far. Really interested to see how that goes. And then I have 5 other books from the library. I could not get Blister by Jeff Strand, and I couldn't get The Troop by Nick Cutter, so those were dropped. But then my friend Patrick, you hear him all the time because he runs a book club. Um, what's the book? No, it's not over there. He's going to read the seven. Oh no, Seven Lives of. Oh, the seven. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get it. The seven. Pop up, please. Oh, okay, don't pop up. That's fine. I think it's like the Seven Lives of okay, I'm not even gonna guess. That's my bad. Okay, well, it's second person, and we'll see how that goes. But he bought it for me over a year ago. So it would make sense that because I dropped The Troop and Blister because I can't get them at the library and I can't buy books because, ow, my bills are psychotic, that I would read that book that he bought me a while ago. I'm hesitant because this the font is small and it's in second person. Yeah, second person's hard. Hi, Emma. Thank you for joining today or stopping by. Have I seen any movies lately? No, um, because my husband and I are binge watching Grimm. It has 123 episodes and we're on season three. So, yeah, season three. And it has either 5 or 6 seasons, so we're just going for that. It is urban fantasy. We love to see it. And David Greenwalt, who worked on Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, he's was because it's been off the air for a while. But I'm reliving it. He was the producer and maybe even the executive producer, and then he also writes a bunch of the scripts for Grimm. And I'm like, ooh, yes, the vibe, it's there. We love to see it. So I think that for it started in 2011, and then I think it ended in 2017, and uh, from a no from NBC. All things considered, I mean, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. How do you like the effects? I think, yeah, as I said, I think all things considered, the effects are good. I'm sure that they didn't have, I keep saying it's in present. Okay, my bad. It's not like they had like huge amounts of money. So I give them grace, especially the earlier episodes, last seasons, because 2011, 2012, even 2013, NBC, do they have that technology? I don't know. They're doing the best they can. It's not terrible. Like the effects don't last very long for obvious reasons. So if someone has, a special effect CGI on their face for 5 seconds, and it's like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Now maybe it gets better um the last couple of seasons. We'll see, right? We will see. Yeah, and that's if I didn't mention it's urban fantasy set in Portland and it is loosely based on the Grimm fairy tales. So that's very exciting. And I think maybe in a couple of days we're going to pause on Grimm and start watching scary movies. What do we have geared up? I don't even remember. Uh I think like, Bride of Frankenstein is geared up. It's in the queue. And The Conjuring Last Rites probably, but like obviously later in the month. And I think also The Long Walk, which is the newer one, and that's queued up for later in the month. Um yeah, we have our a whole section that's saved for later, the horror or thriller movies. And I have not looked at that for a while, obviously, because I can only come up with three films. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. And then, well, of course, I'm going to rewatch The Nightmare Before Christmas, but on the 31st, and then also Hocus Pocus. And I think I might rewatch Practical Magic because that's like it's spooky but whimsical. We love those vibes. We don't always need terrifying and gory. Just give us a little whimsy, just a little darkness. You know what I'm saying? It's lovely. And the trees, speaking of whimsy, the trees are starting to turn a little orange. Oh, that's so nice. I'm excited for that one. And we have a huge, huge rose bush that keeps blooming, and I'm just wondering when it's gonna stop. uh, yeah, I don't even know. So, like, we do have roses, just but one particular really big bush that's probably been there for at least 10 years. That's still blooming, but then everything else, I think is, you know, it is what it is because it's fall. Um, but it's nice to have roses just randomly appearing, and I trim it, and then they keep coming up. That exorcism of sorts is a great scene. Oh yes, in season 3, we just watched that, and it's kind of like Grimm is basically a spooky season situation. So even if we don't get to a bunch of spooky, scary, gory movies for this month, and we just continue to watch Grimm, it definitely counts because it's urban fantasy. There's appropriate NBC broadcasting um, violence, and you've got a lot of what they would say Vesson. But it's just like it's other beings. They're not mythical, right? But other beings, and you have to solve the magical mystery, which I I love that vibe. I mean, that's my urban fantasy mystery book series. You're solving magical mysteries. So it's just right in the feels. We love it. We love urban fantasy. We got full autumn temp change last night. Oh, that's lovely. I think it dropped for us at maybe like 40 degrees, but then it's back up to what is it? Maybe it's kind of it's a little hot right now in my office, but good installation. Oh, so it's gonna get up to 62 today. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and the rest of this week and into next week, it's gonna rain. Here we go, autumn. We are here today. But yesterday it was like 76. We were like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know. It was not appropriate. No to 76 degrees in October. Ugh. Mm-mm. But that's just my thoughts. I am always excited when we can put away our portable AC units because they suck so much energy and therefore the electric bill goes up every damn summer by like 100 to $175, depends on if we have heat waves or whatever. And it's just like not when we're struggling. No, but of course when we're struggling. This summer was actually not too bad. We only had like a couple of heat waves, and at least they didn't get to triple digits. The past couple of years, it was bad. There were a couple times um, where there were like $500 electric bill, but it was because one, the portable AC units aren't great, but then it was like 100+ degrees for a while during that heat wave. Oh boy. But this year actually pretty mild, all things considered, and we love to see that because we could not afford a $500 freaking electric bill. I mean, we couldn't really afford it back then, but not today. Not today. Well, I'm going to wrap up so I can do some other things, but thank you so much for joining me today. I have two more videos coming out. No, why did I say two? I have one more video coming out for this week, and then next week We're just gonna party it up. And thank you so much for joining me. And shout out to Emma and Constance for leaving some comments in the chat. And thank you for everyone who was listening. I appreciate you as well. Bye.